afternoon, ma'am. So today I will discuss the Presidential Decree 1612 Section 2. So let's proceed to Section 2, fencing. Fencing is the act of any person who, with intent to gain for himself or for another, shall buy, receive, possess, keep, acquire, consent, sell or dispose of, or shall buy and sell, or in any other manner deal in any article, item, object, or anything value which he knows, or should be known to him, to have been derived from the proceeds of the crime of robbery or theft. For example naman po nito is yung si Z may gibenta sa kay X na jewelry or gems, pero knowing na galing pala yun sa nakaw. So si X naman na victim doon. So and now let's proceed to Section 5. Presumption of fencing. Mere possession of any good, article, item, object, or anything of value which has been the subject of robbery or thievery shall be prima facie evidence or fencing. Sa presumption of fencing is kailangan may solid evidence ka dito na article, item, or object nito para para malaman talaga na galing sa robbery or sa thievery yung binintaya na gems or jewelry. And for prima facie punished by prima facie evidence is, and sa presumption of fencing ay dapat bago mo akusahan si Z, dapat meron ka isang solid evidence nito. May solid evidence ka para ma-approve na ninakaw ya talaga yung binintaya kay X.
Good evening, ma'am. I am Raymond Dragonton. Today I discussed presidential decrees on Section 6. Clearance permit to sell use second-hand article. For purposes of this act, all stores, establishment, or entities deadline in the buy and sell of any good article, item, object of anything of value obtained from an unlicensed dealer or supplier. Therefore shall be for offering the same or sell to the public, secure the necessary clearance or permit from the section commander of the integrated national police in the town or city where such store, establishment, or entity is located. The chief of constabulary, director general, or integrated national police shall promulgate such the rule of regulation to carry out the provision of the section. Any person who shall fail to secure the clearance or permit required by this section, or who violates any of the provision of the rule and regulation promulgate thereunder, shall upon conviction be punished as a fines. Example, si Mario ay may maliit na tindahan na bumibili at nagbebenta ng mga second hand na cellphone. May isang tao na nagbenta sa kanya ng cellphone pero hindi lisensyadong dealer. Bago niya ibenta ang cellphone sa kanyang tindahan, kailangan muna niyang kumuha ng permit or clearance mula sa station commander ng PNP sa kanilang bayan. And now let's proceed BP 22 or Batas Pambansa 22. Finalize the act of making, drawing, and issuing a check suffering funds in the bank to cover the check-in full. Upon this presentment, it is considered an offense against public order, not property, and is malium prohibition, meaning the act in wrongful simply become a station prohibits it regardless of criminal intent. Then ito naman yung halimbawa ng Batas Pambansa 22. Halimbawa, nag-issue si Ana ng 10,000 na cheque para sa bayaran ng isang appliances. Pagdating ng araw ng presentment ng sa bangko, wala palang sapat na pera sa account niya. Dahil dito nag-bounce yung cheque. Kahit hindi sinasadya ni Ana o kahit wala siyang balak manloko, maaari pa rin siyang manugot sa Batas Pambansa 22 dahil sa malium prohibition. Ito bawal lang paggawa o pag-issue ng cheque na wala sapat na pondo kahit ano pa ang dahilan.
So, good day ma'am. I am Frank John Hilican Gumayaw, and my topic for today is about Bausi Law, Statutory Rape, and Safe Spaces Act. So, sa Bausi Law, Republic Act 9262, violence against women and their children refers to any act or a series of acts committed by any person against a woman who is his wife, former wife, or against a woman with whom the person has or had a sexual or dating relationship, or with whom he has a common child, or against a both, which result in or is likely to result in physical, sexual, psychological harm or suffering, or economic abuse, including threats of such acts, battery, assault, coercion, harassment, or arbitrary deprivation of liberty. So the Bausi Law is a crime of violence against women and their children, which is committed through causing physical harm to the woman or her children, threatening to cause the woman or her child physical harm, attempting to cause the woman or her child physical harm, placing the woman or her child in fear of imminent physical harm, and if the act are committed while the woman or her child are pregnant or committed in the presence of her child, the penalty to be applied shall be in the maximum period of penalty prescribed in the section. Now, let's proceed to statutory rape, Article 266A1B. Statutory rape is committed by sexual intercourse with a woman below 12 years of age, regardless of her consent or the lack of it, to the sexual act. To convict an accused of the crime of statutory rape, the prosecution carries the burden of proving 1. The age of complainant, 2. The identity of accused, and 3. The sexual intercourse between the accused and the complainant. Statutory rape law refers to provision within a country's criminal code that make it a crime to have a sexual intercourse with a person below a certain age regardless of consent. Under the current law, statutory rape is committed when a person has sexual intercourse with a woman under 16 years of age. Prior to this amendment, the age was under 12 years old. The law presumes that a minor under the statutory age cannot legally consent to sexual acts. Therefore, perpetrator is criminally liable even if the sexual activity was consensual. For example, at 20 years old, sexual contact with a 12 years old. Even if the 12 years old says they agree, the law considers them legally unable to consent. So the 20-year-old could be charged with a statutory rape. Now next is Safe Spaces Act under the Republic Act 11313. The Safe Spaces Act or the Bawal Bastos Law is a Philippine law penalizing gender-based sexual harassment in public spaces, online, workplaces, and schools, protecting all genders from catcalling, cyberbullying, and unwanted advances by defining acts like street harassment and online stalking, holding perpetrator by standards and even institution accountable for fostering safe environments with penalties including fines and community service. So, for example, is may babae naglalakad. Tapos, may lalaki sa tabi. Nag-whistle siya, which is nakakabastos dun sa babae. Ngayon, yung lalaki, pwede siya magka-penalties dahil dun sa ginawa niya kasi lumabag siya sa Safe Spaces Act.